You don't notice it at first, the silence when you enter the room, the subtle shift in people's eyes, the way conversations thin out, like oxygen being slowly drained from a sealed room. But it's there. It has always been there. Because something about you does not invite comfort. It demands calculation. Power does not begin with dominance. It begins with perception, and perception bends long before words are spoken. There was once a man named Elias Varel. Though names hardly matter when function defines you, Elias learned early that kindness is not a virtue, but a currency. And when spent without awareness, it makes you poor. So he stopped spending. He watched. He listened. And most importantly, he withheld. In that withholding, something changed. People are not disturbed by aggression. They expect it, but they are deeply unsettled by restraint. By someone who sees more than they say, reacts less than they feel, and never rushes to fill the silence they create. This is the first sign. You have become unreadable, not because you hide, but because you refuse to perform. In a world addicted to reaction, your stillness feels like a threat. People will label you cold, distant, arrogant, but those are not insults. They are confessions of their own discomfort. What they cannot predict, they cannot control. And what they cannot control, they instinctively fear. This leads to the second sign. You do not chase attention, yet attention gravitates toward you. Because you are selective, and selectivity is often mistaken for superiority. People begin to perform for you unconsciously, adjusting their tone, their posture, their stories. Here is where it darkens. People reveal themselves more quickly around you, not because you interrogate them, but because silence feels heavier than confession. They expose their insecurities, ambitions, and contradictions, and you take the information, because information is gravity. This is the third sign. You listen with intent, not empathy. Empathy seeks to understand. Intent seeks to use. The fourth sign emerges quietly. Your presence alters behavior, even when you are not in the room. People anticipate your reaction. They adjust their decisions based on what they think you would approve. You don't need to declare dominance. They construct it for you. This is the fifth sign. You allow misconceptions to live if they serve you, not out of malice, but out of efficiency. Because perception is often more powerful than truth. The moral facade appears. You never lie outright, you simply omit. You never force, you simply guide. You never threaten, you simply imply. This duality is what makes you dangerous. The sixth sign reveals itself in you. You feel less, or rather you express less of what you feel. Emotion, when displayed, becomes leverage for others. Vulnerability invites negotiation, and negotiation dilutes control. You become an anomaly, a deviation from expected patterns, and humans rarely feel comfortable around what they cannot understand. Finally, the seventh sign. You no longer seek connection. You evaluate it. You ask not, do they like me, but what are they worth? In terms of alignment, utility, risk, and influence. Clarity comes at a cost. It removes illusion. And without illusion, true intimacy becomes difficult. Power in its purest form is quiet, deliberate, and often lonely. If you recognize yourself in these signs, understand this. You are not misunderstood. You are accurately perceived. You carry a presence that unsettles, a mind that calculates, and a morality that justifies itself with cold precision. You are simply playing the game as it is designed, not as it is advertised. And that is why they watch you, why they hesitate, why they adjust, because they sense what you have become, and they do not know whether to admire it, fear it, or become it themselves.